Lunch. Definitely the meal that we tend to rush through the most. It's smack in the middle of the day, and whether you're working remotely or it's the weekend, you just want to get over so you can move on to your next activity. I have 3 Mediterranean diet inspired dishes that are perfect for a quick lunch as they only take 15 to 20 minutes to make. But first, let's begin with this zesty tuna pasta salad. I used durum wheat basil infused fusilli pasta, which is better not only for its whole grain and higher protein content, but it also cooks in just 6 minutes. So, place a pot of salted water on the burner and bring it to a boil. In the meantime, let's cube half of an English cucumber, followed by a half of a small red onion. Add them to a bowl along with 1 can of drained tuna. I prefer to use the ones that come canned in water because I can control the quantity and quality of the oil used. Follow that with 100 grams of sweet corn, then add 20 grams of pickled serrano peppers for a spicy, tangy kick. Once the pasta has boiled, drain and set it on the side to cool off while we make the salad dressing. So start with 2 tablespoons of the pickled juice from the peppers, half of a lime squeezed, 150 grams of Greek yogurt, 10 cracks of black pepper, a teaspoon of salt, and a tablespoon of olive oil. Mix it till homogenized and we're ready to combine everything. So add in the pasta followed by the dressing. Serve in a bowl topped with chopped parsley. Most ingredients used last a long time in the pantry, so it's a great last-minute lunch. Plus, it also stores really well in the fridge for 3 to 5 days. This next recipe is heavily inspired by one that I stumbled upon on the Mediterranean Dish website, and its core components are chickpeas, tomatoes, and a trio of spices that ties it all together in order to create this smashed chickpea toast. So, to cook the eggs, place them on the heat in a pot with cold water. And once the water starts to boil, place the lid on top, turn off the heat and let the eggs cook in the hot water for 10 minutes, which should be just enough time to prepare everything else. Starting with the bread, I used milk sandwich bread, but really anything would work, so pick your favorite bread to toast. Place a tiny piece of butter in a pan, followed by the bread slices and toast on each side until crispy and golden. A toaster is also fine if you have one. Next, for this recipe, it's important to prepare everything in advance because it's a quick cooking process. So we'll need 1 clove of garlic, a chopped sprig of green onion, a diced small tomato, the butt and edge, how do you call this part of the lemon? Oh well, a quarter of a lemon or whatever it's called. Drain and wash a 450 grams can of chickpeas, and finally a few leaves of parsley for garnish. Start by adding 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil to a pan set on medium heat, and once hot, toss in the chickpeas. The water in the chickpeas will cause them to pop, so to avoid hot oil splatters, cover the chickpeas for the first minute of cooking. Now add in the onion and the tomato, followed by the grated garlic. And let's spice it up with half a tablespoon of smoked paprika, a teaspoon of ground cumin, and 1 teaspoon of sumac, which as a tangy lemony spice made from dried berries, it adds a bright acidic flavor. And finally add a teaspoon of salt and 10 cracks of black pepper. Mix and cook everything down, and once the chickpeas started to soften, I started mashing some of them with the back of my spoon. So in about 7 minutes of cooking, all the liquid should be gone, and this is what you'll have. Finish it with a squeeze of lemon juice and plate by spreading this onto the toasted bread, followed by slices of the egg, chopped parsley, and I finished it with some basil and lemon flavored salt and a drizzle of my favorite hot sauce. It's really amazing what you can create with such a humble list of ingredients. Speaking of which, the third dish also begins with some pretty common veggies. However, a vibrant dressing and some well-cooked chicken take this crispy chicken salad to the next level. So let's start by carefully butterflying the chicken breasts and then make a simple marinade consisting of some lemon zest, half a teaspoon of mayo, 1 teaspoon of fajita seasoning, and 2 grams of salt. Then mix and massage in the marinade. These measurements are per breast, so it can be scaled up for more chicken that stores well in the fridge until ready to be cooked. Preheat a cast iron pan on medium heat, add a small amount of oil and let them fry for about 7 minutes per side. In the meantime, let's prepare the rest of the ingredients. Chop 2 radishes, half of an English cucumber, 100 grams of cherry tomatoes, half of a red onion, and add them all to a bowl, followed by 20 grams of rough chopped walnuts. Check and flip your chicken. And now for the green dressing. Chop about 6 sprigs of parsley and place them into a small food processor or blender, followed by 1 chopped avocado, the juice of 1 lemon, 1 large clove of garlic or 2 smaller ones, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and 4 grams of salt. Then, since this is a dressing, we'll use water to keep it more liquid. I started with 50 milliliters. Mix it, and once I checked the consistency, I added another 50 milliliters of water. Then add and mix in the finished dressing with the veggies. Plate the salad on a flat salad bowl, followed by the crispy chicken cut into strips. This dish completes our set of free, healthy, Mediterranean diet-inspired lunches that don't even require you to spend too much time in the kitchen. So please leave a comment below if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye!